Some guys and girls that I really look up to. They're just so good at what they do, and it just makes me want to get better. Because I've been doing it for 18 years, and I want to keep, I'm never going to stop trying to get better. Until I fall over and can't do it anymore, I'm just going to keep trying to get better. And I feel like that's what those guys are doing too. I feel like they're trying to keep getting better.
One more question. Is it a bit of a struggle as a voice actor to stay afloat in the industry? Or do you find that once you've done a prolific role, you can kind of surf that to the next role?
It definitely helps to, work begets work, as they say, right? Like, so when you're working, you're in that zone and you're feeling good, and I've been lucky in the way that I'm fairly versatile, so I'm able to do I do commercials. So I was like the voice of Best Buy, and like, right now at Best Buy you can get a DVD player for $1, blah blah blah, like stuff like that. Or just like I do a lot of commercial work in the U.S. as well, and then I try to do as much animation as I can. I'm always auditioning for stuff, and then I do narration. I don't know if you guys have heard of Ice Pilots, NWT. You heard of that show?
No.
On the History Channel. So I narrate that show. I'm the narrator on that show. So I just try to do as many different kind of avenues to try to, balance it out, right? But it's, you're always hustling. You never, even when you're working and maybe you got a few things going on, you're still like trying to keep going. You're always trying to hustle, but the longer you're in it, the more work you get, the better it is, for sure.
Way too empty.
One thing I wanted to intervene for, just to let you guys know, we will have Q&A for Michael afterwards, but one thing I want to touch base on is something personal that I've done with Michael, and how you were saying that you looked up to voice actors, they've helped you improve. Mm-hmm. One thing some people may or may not know is Michael actually also teaches voice acting alongside with Andrea Lidman with On the Mic training.
That's right, and Lee Tokar.
Yeah. You actually have a class that's going to be 2 o'clock today. There's 3 spots left at $55. So honestly, guys, I've taken lessons from this man twice. I've voiced commercials as well with his help. Let's put it this way. It's one thing to look up with, to a voice actor. It's another to learn from them. And the class is going to be a lot of, it's basically going to be an introduction, what to expect from an actual voice acting role.
It's about the business, and then also we'll talk about your commercial reads and your character reads, for animation and stuff like that, and we'll go into some specifics about the business, and I want to hear you do some reads and see how that goes, and we'll talk about some other things, and it's a great intro into the world of it, and I'll definitely I'll be emailing you some stuff when I get back about some other information, and because information in a business like voiceover is kind of huge in the beginning. So because if you don't know what to do or where to go, you can spin your tires for a year or two. And that's the point of this 2-hour class, is so that you can be really clear if you want to take a path into voiceover, that I can be like, okay, this is what you need to do. Go here, do that, do this, do this, do that, do this. So that people could kind of hear David Kay's interpretation, and I would just kind of try to do that. And I feel like it was funny though, because oh my God, I got so many I have stuff on YouTube, like my video demos and various things, and I was getting like comments in the thousands on those video demos, people saying like, curses, how dare you take over this character, you're gonna ruin it, blah, 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 like just like totally hating me and sending me curses and all this stuff, and strange things on my doorstep when I step out for the day. I'm kidding, not that part. But just like really, people had a real, and then finally it aired, and people are like, okay, you did pretty good. Did I do good? I mean, you saw it.
You did actually. You told me, and I wasn't allowed to talk about it when we were speaking over the phone the one time.
Oh, okay.
You told me about the part that you got it. You were happy for it. You were working. I couldn't tell anyone afterwards.
Yeah.
Biggest secret you had to keep when you work at an anime convention. I know the new voice. Damn it.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. But no, like as you said, you were worried because I even saw the YouTube channel itself, and people were just unfortunately just
so
upset with you.
Oh my God.
But afterwards, they warmed up like that. The first episode they heard you.
Yeah. They're just, they're big fans. So I guess you guys could relate if one of the main characters of My Little Pony was replaced. You'd be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What's happening right now?
I think Hasbro would need to find a new head office. I think a certain place might get burned
Although
down.
I will say that I think that My Little Pony fans would be sweeter and gentler about the replacement person than like, because the Inuyasha fans were like, you know, I will come find you and kill you, and just like they were just like losing their holy cow. I was scared.
So instead of killing you, we'll just hug you down.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I'll feel a whole lot of love.
If you guys want, we're going to open the floor for questions. We do have a mic up here. If you want to walk up and talk into it.
Well, they can probably ask from the chair. I don't know.
Oh, they want to.
It's not that far. I'm sure I can hear you.
It helps so they don't yell. I know how that's like at times.
It's fine.
Do you see it?
Oh,
Do
testing
you
one,
see
two.
a trend with voiceover work being done at home instead of with other people?
Do I see?
Now that the technology is just getting cheaper.
Do I see that there's more work being done at home?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. The whole industry has changed since like about 2006. That's when I got my first out of town agent, because it used to be your whole deal was happening in town. Like whatever your agent could get you in town for auditions, for commercials and animation and whatever else, video games, it would be all in town. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh wait a minute, I've got this little home studio here and I can send my auditions to anywhere in the world. So I got this agent in Houston, and now I have agents, like I have probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 different agents in the US, and I have one in Toronto, and my agent in Vancouver, and one in New York, and so it's really cool. I mean, it's, you know, it's really empowered, you know, people to try the business that, you know, even, you know, for you guys who are in Edmonton, like your home market, you know, the amount of work. And Benny Chase picked us up at the airport, and then we went and had like ribs and chicken over at Tony Roma's, and that was a lot of fun. I gotta say, Tony Roma, and you just start going, you know what I mean? You just start kind of in that, you know who the character is, and so you can be there in that moment and go with it. And so I try to do a lot of improv and just trying to. And Benny Chase picked us up at the airport, and then we went and had like ribs and chicken over at Tony Roma's, and that was a lot of fun. I gotta say, Tony, and you just start going, you know what I mean? You just start kind of in that, you know who the character is, and so you can be there in that moment and go with it. And so I try to do a lot of improv and just trying to